Guys, before we start, there's something that I wanted to do. So, you guys heard that Christian from jail wrote a letter to the owner of Kiwi Farms, right?
No. Okay,
What?
wait. He wrote to the owner of Kiwi
Pause.
Farms?
What?
Yes. He wrote a letter to the owner of Kiwi Farms.
That's fucked up. Yeah, okay. Yeah, and?
And in that letter, he compared himself to Jesus.
Yeah, he's being...
Like, he compared himself to Jesus, and he compared the owner of Kiwi Farms to Judas Iscariot. You know, the guy who sold...
Judas Iscariot, oh my
he
god.
compared the owner of Kiwi Farms to Judas, and himself to Jesus, and I guess that would make, like, Elizabeth Jenk, Mary Magdalene or whatever, I don't know. But yes, he did that. And in fact, before we get further into this femcel discussion, we are going to be
What?
reading that letter.
If Chris is Jesus, would it say that woman who like recorded Chris and
Isabella Jenk, yes.
Wouldn't she be the Judas because she's the one who like betrayed him?
I mean,
quote,
I don't think Chris has it in him to call a boyfriend-free girl a bad name. So.
Well, yeah, but you know, Jesus in real life wouldn't either.
I mean, Jesus. I feel like Jesus would definitely call someone a bad name because
no. Jesus would be just like, yeah, you know, you fucked up, but God still loves you. But you did fuck up.
Like Jesus whipped people. Like he used whips on people, like on bankers. Like he literally threw people. He threw people out of a temple. Like Judas was like built. He was a carpenter's son. That man lifted all day. Like he lifted his own cross. Like that's real CrossFit right there. Anyway, back to the point. We are going to be reading the.
Oh,
you good? You just fucking
sorry. Someone called Isabel Jenk Pontius Pilate. Okay, so we are going to be, before we do anything else, before we talk more about, no, Jesus was a carpenter's son, not Judas. Anyway, before we go further, I mean, he got silver. Do you know how expensive silver was? Anyway, before we go further into the femcel discussion, we are going to be reading Chris Chan's letter from jail. I feel like we should treat this with the seriousness it deserves. This is basically like reading, I was going to say Mein Kampf, but I was like, no, Chris Chan's not that bad. Like, this is like reading like the Unabomber's letter or something. No, not even that. He's not that bad. Like Anne Frank's diary? No, that's the opposite direction.
I mean, yeah, I guess a literal motherfucker isn't that bad. That's Hitler.
Okay, here we go. Here is Chris Chan's letter from jail. I will start.
Oh no.
Don't make me lose my focus. Shut up, okay? Don't make me lose my focus. I got this, okay. I have September 19th, 2021, page 1. I have finally received fresh paper and envelopes, and I feel it advised to inform you of the following. All of which, as you may or will... What? All of which, as you may or will, you have my consent to relay all of the content of this letter to Joshua Null Moon, as well as forward the physical document to David Heilberg, my attorney.
Okay, now we know his attorney name.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not a good move.
The following everyone should hear and appreciate sincerely, authentic and spiritually and aura deep. Okay, now we're getting crazy. I also swear direct truth with my left hand over my heart as I write this sentence. Firstly and vitally, it should be made obvious and clear that aside from Andy Warhol, my life...
Oh, good fucking god.
He is very self-important.
Oh shit.
I mean Andy Warhol is a shit artist too, so I guess it makes sense.
Okay. Firstly and vitally, it should be made obvious and clear that aside from Andy Warhol, my life events at present and so far can directly be compared and matched with that which have been chronicled of none other than Jesus Christ of Nazareth himself in any Holy Bible.
Oh my fucking god.
He went right from Andy Warhol to Jesus Christ.
Jesus and fucking
okay. I love this
man. He went right from Andy Warhol to Jesus Christ. I don't think anyone has ever compared those two together, let alone to themselves.
What? The Andy Warhol thing makes sense because someone did write a book about Chris Chan where he wrote a lot of similarities between him and Andy Warhol.
Okay, but did Andy Warhol fuck his mother?
I mean, no, but they're both artists that are kind of known for plagiarizing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, did Andy Warhol really plagiarize so much as just like straight up just put things on
I mean, I disagree with the plagiarism criticism, but that was the criticism he got at the time.
Okay, listen, okay.
Yeah.
Also, feel free to take any unaltered original photograph of my body's face, as opposed to anyone else's body's face? Of my body's face, neck and shoulders / chest area where I was not wearing the glasses. Then alter the photo to show a naturally growing brown beard, mustache, and sideburns. I thought you were trans, Chris. Now place that photo next to any image of Jesus on or off the cross.
God.
Compare, look deep into my eyes, and photograph. See for yourself. I meditate and connect directly and genuinely with the cosmos, both of our universe halves, and throughout the timelines of the entire multiverse. So despite some lack of physical evidence, I know the ultimate truths, facts, and details, not commonly known or written, drawn or chronicled. That being stated, all of my life, my mind, eyes, and literally held the constant perception of being the central camera number 000 out of all of... Okay, well, this is just getting very, very crazy. Like, we went
this
from...
schizo thread.
This is literally a schizo thread. We went from very, very and weirdly deep into central camera number 000. Like, I don't even know what that means.
You know what? Reading like schizo posting on Twitter is one thing, but when you read it from a physical letter that was sent from jail, it's a whole ass vibe, and it's kind of sad in a way.
Like, I'm gonna have to edit this. But this clip by itself is going to be clipped and put on YouTube. Okay.
Oh my goodness.
The other cameras, infinite from the first person perspective of all others. And this goes even deeper. And I encourage you to meditate deeply and see for yourself this and all of the truths. And the reason and truth behind my unique perception is direct and mind-blowingly simple. I am literally the real player one, the one avatar. And this body, eyes, mind, and all is the one God body. And I am literally also Jesus Christ, literally. I am literally also Jesus Christ himself, fully reincarnated and fully reawakened. Even the dimension merge, literally completed and concluding the same for the collective shift. All of this is literally huge chunks of the past, present, and in progress events. Wait, what do you think present means other than in progress? Not the point. Of my second coming, period. Not all details of the past chronicled scripture writings are accurate, and as a member of the Council of Gods and Goddesses with the strongest and direct of connections, I know details have changed, some to a lot, in regard to the scriptures of the past. This Christian is amazing. He is just the self-confidence this man has. Like, this person has. It is just amazing. I mean,
there's a word for it. Delusional.
Look. Okay,
he's delusional.
How much would you pay? So. How much would you pay to like be inside Chris's mind for a minute?
No, that's like no, I wouldn't pay for that. I feel like that's a punishment. I feel
like how much would they have to pay you?
Row, you have that.
How much would they have to pay you?
If I can afford rent for the rest of my life, I'll be super fucking happy, but even that, I won't do that. No. I feel like it's like going into an eldritch horror. Like, you look at it, and it's something that you can't truly comprehend, and you become permanently insane.
Okay, let's finish this up. Okay. 3 days on Earth equals 4 months with 24-hour days/nights in the heaven realm. So yes, this is the one immortal body, and that was none other than I,
What the fuck?
off and on that cross over 2,000 years ago in my past life, personally.
Oh
and
my fuck.
And then he drew a little cross with like lightning bolts and a heart on it.
Yeah, it's his cutie mark on his pony character.
Wait, is he a brony? Is Christian a brony?
Yeah,
is that a thing?
He's a brony. He's a brony.
Each and every power and praise to Jesus. As of February 1982, at least all have been directed to this body and soul. Malachi 3. Judgment Day is nearing. Know this well. Praise. So, also, do you want to know something really funny?
Yeah.
Like, apparently the warden had to approve this letter before it left. The warden had to read this letter. The warden of the prison Chris is in read this letter.
I'll be honest, he probably thought it was weird, but didn't like make a huge deal out of it because he probably read Roars.
You know what? That's a good point.
Sadly, he probably
But no, imagine some 50-something-year-old white guy just reading this and being like, okay. Okay.
I honestly wish that was my job. I wouldn't want to be a warden, but I just want to read these kind of like schizo letters. I want to approve these.
I think it would drive me crazy. Like,
because
I'm not gonna say
I am
that
a person who really loves despair. Yeah, but
this is the most insane thing ever. Like, I'm not gonna say that, but like, just I knew Chris had like issues, but this is like a new level, don't you think?
Honestly, I've been paying attention to Chris Lore since I was actually a fucking kid. Like, I was a child when I started paying attention to these entire ordeal. And though this current situation is really fucking insane, looking in hindsight, it makes sense that it would eventually lead to this. And in hindsight, it makes sense that he would eventually become super fucking delusional and overly confident and, and just hurting himself and other people. And it's sad. It's funny. I love despair, but it's really fucking sad. It's a Greek tragedy.
I mean, wait. First of all, no, you can't call it a Greek tragedy because Greek tragedy is like.
Mom.
Listen.
He literally did do full
listen, but you can't call it a Greek tragedy because for it to be a Greek tragedy, there has to be a high point. And I don't think you can call. You can't. No, I knew you were gonna say that, but you cannot call it. You cannot peak at 8 years old and call that a high point.
if you're autistic, then yeah, it is pretty much a high point. Like, it's all about perspective.
If you peak at 8 years old, your life is not a tragedy. It is a try not to laugh compilation.
You know what? He technically peaked. He was the happiest during high school because that was the time where he had his gal pals, and it was basically just a bunch of like these women who felt so bad for Chris that they like hung out with him because his father paid them.
His father paid them?
He paid them he paid people to be friends with Chris because he was so socially awkward. Like, they even came to his 18th birthday.
Wow.
Yeah. So with all the build-up, Chris Chan's life is a Greek tragedy.
Oh my god.
It's a modern one.
A modern Greek tragedy, yeah. I did not know that about Chris. That is...
No, it's really sad. I think the saddest part about this entire thing is it has nothing to do with him, but it's the fact that I, and a lot of people, know more about Christian than we know about our own, like, family history. I know more Chris lore than I do my fucking family tree.
Okay, so look, okay, one second. Before we circle back to female dating strategy, all I want to say is that, okay, one of these days we are gonna actually have to go back and do a deep dive into Christery, because there is a lot that I do not know.
Okay, then you have to invite me because I will spurn about it for
this
fucking hours.
Okay, this is
finally, my time has come.
Cynical Cortex in the chat. He said skeleton. He said, I wouldn't call having paid fake friends count as peaking in high school. Oh, also,
he didn't know that though.
Sure, he didn't know that, but also, you know, what's her name? Speaking of femcels, Isabella Jank. She was a femcel.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
She was a.
She was quite literally a femcel.
Yeah, she got really fucking angry when women she liked didn't like her back, and she was really scummy.
Like, she was also like I think she wanted to date Chris on a certain level, because she got really mad or like just livid when like that other girl was like trying to date Chris.
Yeah, and the entire reason why is because she's literally a narcissist, and she saw that as a threat of her ability to control Chris, because if someone else dates Chris, then she doesn't have the, the first row to take control.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so apparently a lot of the cast does not know about Isabella Jank, so we will do another podcast on Isabella Jank, but not today. Not today, okay? Not today. We have to get back into the femcel topic, okay? So, the issue on femcels. The first femcel, the first femcel, like the original femcel, like the Avatar one of femcels. That's a Legend of Korra reference. I don't know why I made that. Just please ignore that from in future. The first femcel was a woman named Loretta. What was it? Loretta something? Well, whatever. She was a weirdo. And she made a whole blog complaining about the fact that guys didn't date her. You know, the things women do. Sorry, I'm just... I laughed at my own joke. I'm sorry. Like, but so
no, that's
like, am I wrong? Is that not a very female thing to do? To make a blog about why guys won't date you?
I mean, here, listen, it's not. I don't think